Hey, howdy! So, as I said before, first game on the indie RPG docket is a game by the name of Lisa the Painful. Definitive Edition this time. Now, I gotta start with this, because like Amori, this game covers some very heavy themes, and unlike Amori, there is no semblance of a content warning or like a pop up when you first open the game. It just comes out swinging. So I may as well just put this up here. Content warning for suicide, trauma, body horror, drug abuse, and, well, regular old abuse. You've been warned. In other news, this game is really good. So, if you're willing to stick around, I promise you won't regret it. So, I guess we get started. And normally there'd be more files, but because it's the new version, there are now 16 files, and it also wiped all of my other save data unless I went back to the legacy version, which I don't really intend to do. Well, let's get started. Okay, so Definitive Edition change number one is this cool little sidebar. Ah, Bradley. When are you gonna learn, boy? That is really sad, because is the implication supposed to be that he thinks it's Bradley's fault that he got beat up? I'm not going to um I'm not going to voice act most of the characters, but there are some specific scenes that I'm gonna voice act, I think, because some of them are just too perfect to not talk over. It is kind of hilarious that this game is inspired by Yumaniki. Both it and Lisa the First. You can see it a lot more in Lisa the First, but just the fact that in order to progress through the game, the first real thing that you need to get in order to access the next area is a bike. You got to go out of your way to get a child's bicycle because it makes you move faster. But let me pull up the Wikipedia page just to make sure that I get the numbers right. Because I forget if it's been stated before, but I am really bad at. Well, I'm really bad at dates. Yeah. So Lisa the Painful released all the way back in 2014. And for context, if I just to double check, if I look up Undertale, Undertale was 2015. This game actually released 1 year before Undertale. And I believe that Toby Fox cited it as one of not a major inspiration, but certainly an inspiration for the game. But prior to Painful, there was another fan game called Lisa the First, which is more of, I can call it a fan game because it's heavily inspired by Yumaniki, taking on a much more direct and dark story than Lisa the Painful, and even more disturbing than Yumaniki, though I guess that's up to interpretation. And then because the Kickstarter stuff reached a certain level, a DLC was released called Lisa the Joyful, which, without giving too much away, is a direct sequel to this game. Now, Joyful is a little flaky, but I still consider it to be quite a good game, especially when it comes to its story. And July 18th, so a little under a month ago, Serenity Forge, who you might actually know, they did a Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Well, they worked with Dingaling to make a definitive edition for this game. Instead of being an RPG Maker VX Ace, it's now a custom Unity engine. So it has a myriad of new graphical updates. The graphics themselves are the same, but I mean, like, things like it now supports up to 120 FPS, and you can customize it a bit more and stuff like that. But this is a game about many great deal of things. It's a game about loss. It's a game about picking yourself up from defeat and pushing forward. It's a game about overcoming trauma. It's a game about a lot of things. It's also a very funny game, which you wouldn't expect, but it really is hilarious. times like this that I wish I had the donkey video committed to memory. Don't worry, I know a secret punch that makes dogs explode. You're pretty tough for a whacked-out midlife crisis-looking bald guy. You seem like you can handle a lot of pain. Like maybe you could handle some kind of pain-related difficulty setting. Huh? Am I correct? No, 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 no. So, pain mode. I should address this now. Upon enabling pain mode, it adds a few more encounters. I don't think it makes any existing encounters more difficult besides one exception. Let's see. I don't think there's any gameplay changes besides that and the fact that save points will now explode upon being used once. So I'm gonna go with normal mode. Anyway. If this balloon wasn't here, you would walk off this cliff and die. This balloon just saved your life. Something else I should absolutely mention is the, there's a sound effect that this game loves to use a lot. Oh wait. Before I talk about the sound effect, let me go ahead. First thing that seems really stupid, I'm gonna unequip Terry's sweatbands because he's not gonna be attacking. Spoiler alert. And Terry... Okay. Seems better to keep the luck up on Brad. But the Hit Lord sweatbands are just ever so slightly better. Sweet Terry wine. Something else that I should mention is the Philly hit. There is a... I may as well just do it now, like look it up now, because there's another decent and lengthy cutscene. I'll tag along, I guess, considering I'm a very strong warrior. Okay, Terry, I love you. That is a bald-faced lie. Let me finish looking up. It was by James Brown, right. A song called Get Up Off of That Thing. There's a hit, there's like a orchestra hit right at the start of that song. And it is one of the most it's one of the most sampled audio samples in all of music, I'm pretty sure. Like, give or take, there's one drum fill that is ridiculously common, but apart from that, that's the only other one that I can think of that is that ubiquitous. And this game uses it quite a bit in just random places. I don't think it matters for this fight in particular, but I am gonna do just a little bit more damage because I swapped over the sweatbands. My one complaint is that the sound when you beat a strong enemy is stupidly loud. Well, I'm winded. Hey. That was pretty rough. You really held your own. But it's only going to get tougher from here. Countless traps, monsters, karate politics, vehicular manslaughter. Sometimes even best friends can die. Just to be safe, you better take this. Terry's Pteroids. How else did you think I got the big boulders on my chest, arm, neck, back, and crack? Just kidding. But seriously, take it from me, bro. You gotta work smarter, not harder. Oh, we'll get to work harder. If the going gets tough, consuming these will activate Painless mode. It's an easier difficulty mode that makes battles a breeze. The only downside is it's irreversible. Permanente. There's no coming back from it. Gaining those powerful peeper pleasers will be a lifetime contract. For normal people like you, of course. I was miraculously able to kick the habit on account of the fact that I got a willpower made of solid 100% pure Terrium. Let's get going. Remember this corpse sprite, by the way. Dingling has a habit of reusing sprites sometimes, and this one in particular shows up a lot. There's a pretty great mod. I don't remember which one it is. It's either Fractured Bonds or Desolate Expanse. There's a metric shit ton of Lisa fan games, by the way. One of them revamps that fight a little bit and makes it so that he throws a bottle at the start of the fight, but whether it misses or not, he only has one, so he throws one bottle and it just goes, ah, crap. And just cannot attack from that point forward. There are items that I can pick up around here, but I'm not going to bother with them. For a reason that will be very obvious soon. Say hello to Sugar Mountain. I'd call this the first real fight, but even he's not that bad. Yeah. Ah, there goes Terry. He's gonna lose one battle's worth of XP. It's not that bad. It is a good chunk of XP, though. He probably would have leveled up from that. But trust me when I say there's a reason that I'm not picking anything up yet. Time is a great teacher. Sadly, it kills all of its pupils. I do love this guy. Howdy, motherfucker. Our paths have crossed yet again. Do you remember our time spent as wee lads? I do, all too fondly. My heart just tumbles with joy thinking about it, like your head in a dryer. Normally you'd be dead and stripped of your wares by now, but I like you, Brad. Let's have some fun. I shall to give you a choice. Your yellow shirt friend's life, or all of your belongings. Choose wisely. What will you give us? Well, there's your answer. We got hit by a truck. It was some old friends. Everything's okay now. Damn, first my H string, now this. You're a bad omen. Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's all good, man. I don't mind. I like hanging out with you. And now that we got hit by the truck, we have the scars that are kind of emblematic of Brad's character. Oh, right, this guy. Fairly certain this guy's a resprite of a the guy with the bow, Olin, that we'll see later. Holla holla, if you hear me. Really needed to get that off my chest. While I'm over here, I may as well do this. Life's greatest mysteries. Great. Yeah, this is all, it's all just a big meme. That being said, though, for people who have never played this game before, it's a very good resource. But while I'm over here, I may as well just grab all the crap that I intentionally missed out on. And we also get to hear this version of Summer Love early. At that pitch, it's so much better, and you hear it like right at the tail end of the game normally. But there's goodies everywhere, and I probably won't need them. This game is easier than it lets on, in my opinion. There are some parts that will mess you up, whether you're a new player or an old player, but for a lot of it, it allows for a lot of customizing. A lot of min-maxing, a lot of just cool strategies. The party system is easily the best part of this game. Next to the story, of course. But, I mean, I feel like that's kind of a given. But I remember all these spots by heart just because I've gone through the start of this game so many freaking times. This guy in particular is hilarious to me because the only thing that's up there is where Brad and his friends lived. So presumably, someone stole a Diet Coke from them and they brutally murdered him and just knocked him off the ledge. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to grab before we moved on. Sorry, cheeks. And it's this. A rusty knife. There are a few characters that have gimmicks related to... there are a few different like classes of weapons that different party members can equip. The rusty knife is unique because it has an on-hit effect of poison. Which, combined with the fact that most knife-wielding characters also inflict bleed, that's a lot of DOT. And since this is an RPG Maker game, DOT is percentage-based, which adds up really, really quickly. So I feel like it's worth it to double back and grab that first before I do anything else. I probably won't be seeing the knife character that I'm thinking of for a while, but it is very nice to have. And if the game is a little bit loud, I apologize. At this point I've kind of just accepted it. RPG Maker is a very loud engine. And even though this is a port onto Unity, it still is the same volume as an RPG Maker game would be. So, vary. What I can do is... let's see if I can't knock down the volume. To like 75% across the board. That'll probably be better. Oh, right, Soup Guy. Normally I wouldn't bother, but since Terry's knocked out, I would prefer to have both guys at full health. With that tent in particular, there's a pretty high chance that when you walk outside of it, there's a dude waiting for you who hits you with a metal pipe. Joke's on you, combo dial characters literally can't miss. Okay. So I think with my current prep work, how many do I have? 14 mags. I'll definitely have enough to get Olin at least. Not enough to get Rage, but I think Given all the resources, if I double back after a certain point, I should be able to afford getting Rage as well. I want to try out Rage again this playthrough because he's fun. He's one of the worst party members, but I have a lot of fun with him. This is a lot of people's favorite character at this point in the game. Oh, hello there. My name's Nern. I'm considered the greatest historian of our time. I've gathered a wealth of knowledge about Olathe and what happened. Many tales. Would you like to hear? Boring. Great, get comfy, my boy. I've many a tale to tell. Let's see. Oh, right, it all started with what I like to call the flash. I was sitting with my wife, God rest her soul, sipping on sweet lemon tea. I believe it was homemade by my sweet wife, God rest her soul. Or wait, maybe she bought it from the store in a bottle? You know, like a plastic bottle? Well, hold on now, that'd be ridiculous to buy a bottle of sweet lemon tea, then transfer the contents into a glass. Why not just drink it from the bottle? I guess maybe so she could put it in the ice in the glass? But then again, making tea homemade would be just as time-consuming, if not more. That sneaky bitch. Anyway, I'll save that story for later. So I'm sitting on my porch drinking sweet lemon tea, from a glass, of course. When suddenly, a great strangeness fills my body. Something was wrong. I've lived many years and I never felt something like this before. Do you know what it was? Yep, it was my rocking chair. That wooden son of a gun stopped rocking. So I looked down and realized a little rock had gotten caught beneath my rocking chair. What a day! I decided it was time for bed. I had had a little bit too much excitement for one day. I slid into my jammies, brushed my teeth, and said my prayers. As I was climbing into bed, I noticed my wife, God rest her soul, brushing her hair in the bathroom. As I peered across the hall, my body welled up with emotion. Why can't I be married to an attractive woman? Is it me? My bank account? I'm a tall guy, I work out 40 minutes a week. Is that not enough? Now, my neighbor at the time, Tom Forknight, was very short. His wife, Karen Forknight Plateburger, yeah, one of those women, well, she was more attractive than my wife. I'd say she was a soft 6, whereas my wife was a hard 4. What's the deal? I thought women liked tall men. Why was Karen with him? Anyway, my horse of a wife, God rest her soul, crawled into bed next to me. She decided to leave the bedside light on so she could read her book. It was one of her romance novels again. Give me a break. As if I don't already feel inadequate enough. Not only do I have to compete with Tom, now I have to deal with these fictional hunks. Ay ay ay! At this point, I had already suppressed the urges of intimacy. I rolled over and tried to sleep. Her bedside light was only of minor annoyance. I was able to drift off. Then I woke up to a big flash of light. That's about it. I can tell by the way you're walking away that you don't want to leave. If you really want to hear another story, I'll tell you. Once upon a hot summer night, sometime in July. Was it July? My local grocery store. If you couldn't tell, this is hard to say quickly because there's a lot of words here. My local grocery store sells really good eggs in July. I don't know why. Do chickens operate better in heat? Fireworks, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to get off topic. Really? Point is, the eggs that summer were marvelous. Anyway, my wife and I, God rest her soul, went to a barbecue that night. It was held at Dale Spooner's house. Well, his backyard. Connie Spooner didn't want people in her home. I think she's just an uptight bitch. So at this barbecue, I see none other than, that's right, Tom Forknight. Now, earlier in the day, my wife, God rest her soul, had made potato salad for the barbecue. Personally, I hate potato salad. I'm a mashed kind of fellow. So I sat in the TV room avoiding her till the barbecue. Once we were at the party, I made sure to distance myself from my dumb potato bitch wife. God rest her soul. I just didn't want anyone to think I would associate with someone who would bring a potato salad. Anyway, Tom and his above mediocre wife were already there. And get this, they brought us fruit salad with whipped cream. The nerve of those Forknights. Needless to say, I gave my wife, God rest her soul, a couple choice words about whipped cream versus potato salad. Son of a bitch, a real tongue lashing. Jeez, you're kind of smothering me. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I need a second to catch my breath. I'm out of breath after that. Surprise! Well, hello again. Funny seeing you here. What, are you following me or something? Anyway, I often wonder what all happened here. What was that big flash? Why are we here? Even our night and day cycle is odd. Sometimes days last ages and nights come rarely. And these clouds, so strange. What's happened to our Earth? Oh well, enough of that boring stuff. I once had a real kooky day at the doctor's office. I was in the waiting room reading a teen magazine. Normally I don't indulge in adolescent publications, but I couldn't resist. I had recently heard the new artist on the radio, Ulysses Utensils. She's some young woman, maybe a boy, I don't know. Either way, that child can really grasp my attention. So I'm reading this magazine because I saw Ulysses on the cover. I still wasn't able to identify if it was a man or a woman, but as I'm reading I noticed something on the ceiling. I look up to see that there is some water damage. You'd think a doctor would make enough money to maintain his office. I guess he cares more about his cool jet skis more than his patient's comfort, and his assumably big house and hard-bodied wife. I wish my wife were like that. Big ol' melons. Just then, a droplet of water falls from the ceiling. My eyes trail it all the way down to the ground. I stared at the floor for some time, watching the carpet absorb the water. Suddenly, my attention is caught by a small child. The child was glaring directly at me. I saw the devil looking right back at me beneath his eyes. I got nervous and quickly stared directly at my feet as to not aggravate the child. And that's when I noticed something. I was wearing 2 different kinds of socks. Golly, I'm all revved up after these thrilling exchanges. To be fair, you're a bit of a bore, but beggars can't be choosers. I think I'll stick around. I've got many a tale to tell. Fucking love Nern. And I love it, just an excuse to do that gigantic, stupid monologue of his. Because something else to note, if I remember correctly, no, he's not smelly right from the get-go. I think that thing behind the corpse over there makes him smelly. But Nern has a natural higher target rate than basically every other party member, with, I think, 1 or 2 exceptions. Excuse me. The game is constantly doing stuff like that to F with you, and I do love it. $50 mags is a lot of money. Actually, I still have that cigarette. You took all my soup. Well, Diglett, I'm sorry, times are tough. So that little flash of the screen turning red, I should address that because it's going to be coming up a lot. Brad is now withdrawn. Or I guess I have to just show it from here. Withdrawal is a mechanic because Brad is addicted to joy. Every once in a while, kind of similar to the homesick mechanic from Earthbound, now that I think about it, Brad will become withdrawn and will suffer from lower stats, I think until either he rests or until... It's either until he rests or until he takes joy, I believe, are the 2 ways to get rid of it. And if I remember correctly, it only has a chance to be able to sleep it off. Okay. 80 mags. I think that should be enough to get both Rage and All In. 70 mags. Shit. Just barely off. I think if I sell some joy, I should have enough, because I mean, spoilers. I'm gonna get some joy up ahead anyway. Or I suppose I could just wait and just go up ahead first, because there's something else up there that I can also sell. But I'm gonna need 90 to get both Rage and Olin. I love Terry. I don't think I'm gonna be using Terry very much. Even though I will say, on a first playthrough, Terry is one of the best tutorials I've ever seen in a video game, and I don't exaggerate when I say that. Right, I forgot. I'm out of joy. Because Columbo took it all. But, Terry is a really good tutorial. Unironically. How about you? Right, I forgot about these. I should address this now. I should address this. The creator of this game, Austin Jorgensen, works as a martial arts teacher. And there is a whole bunch of jabs at amateur slash unprofessional martial artists who are in it to make a quick buck and nothing else. Like this guy, Bill Muhammad's Iron Tiger Karate Center. First, a test. See that cliff over there? You must fall off of it, until I think you proved your worth. Speak to me when you think you've proven yourself. I forget the number, I think it's 20 times, but Terry is going to be very damaged by the time I'm done over here. Thankfully, I don't think I'm going to use Terry. Because even with just this little battering, Terry's going to go down to critical health. He is very squishy. He's squishy, he's slow, and I believe he has a slight targeting bias like Nern does. It's not as much as Nern, but it's still there. The reason why you want Terry, though, is that Terry is a sort of support jack-of-all-trades. Terry can inflict status conditions, can restore SP, can restore health, and most importantly, can eventually deal a ton of damage. But that's not until pretty late in the game. And in tandem with a character that got nerfed in Definitive Edition. So the strategy isn't as powerful as it used to be. But it's still really strong. So I'll have to show that off at some point. How we doing? Okay, a little bit more. Okay, shut my mouth. Nern actually has less health than Terry does. I tend to give all the scrolls to Brad anyhow, so that works. Pretty perfectly, actually. Also, in case it wasn't obvious, I don't intend to use Joy at all in this playthrough. Because there's never really a situation where you're required to use Joy. But it makes fights a lot easier, to the point of, I could even say it trivializes so many fights, just by getting high. But as we'll see over the course of the game, it's not without its issues. Okay, let's do some math real quick. It's a very measly boost to Brad's attack. I think I go with the longbow. That leaves me with 109. I need 90 if I want to get both. I don't think I buy anything else. I do love Nern aggressively pointing away from the camera. You, damn it, it's only the save screen. Just you. Also, I skipped the dialogue, but the bartender tells you that if you get drunk, it lowers your attack but greatly boosts your critical hit rate. Okay, so swap out Terry for Rage, and Nern and Olin make a surprisingly great pair. Am I going crazy? I tried to use a healing item on Nern and it just said no. Okay. Right, this guy. Let me go ahead and equip that longbow on Olin. How do I want to do this? I think first I go up here and I fight this guy. Big Pancake Norton. Oh, I already forget the combo. AAW, okay. Ooh. I did it all for the nookie. Okay. I say we head back just for the sake of the tent. I need us to be fully healed for the battle to come. And there's a save crew over here. Donk. It's not a your luck and SP don't go down by that much, to be fair. It is kind of just, it's more just insult to injury. But everyone's saved, we're all healed up. So let's go fight one of these things. Now, this enemy right here. This is a Joy Mutant. I gotta hope for a stun. Didn't get it. Okay, so look at that damage. Like, that is a lot. May as well use the jerky now. There is a way to cheese this fight with Pissed, but I'm gonna wait a second on that strategy. Ooh, hello. Ah, right before the battle ended too. That's sad. Okay. So now that we have that, I say we head back over into town. Do some sales, get some money, and then get some better armor, hopefully. Now, there are ways to get really high-class armor pretty easily if you know where to look, but this early on in the game, it's kind of hard to tap into those methods. Oh, I sold the rusty knife. Oops. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, sell all the joy. And I'm just gonna say up front, I do not care about, I don't really care about withdrawal. Oh, Rage is just shirtless. Okay. Alright. Well, I think I will call it here. But it's pretty similar to most other Lisa playthroughs so far, but I assure you, Definitive Edition, like, once you get into the meat and potatoes of it, there are some massive differences. One in particular that I won't reveal the specifics of, because, I mean, when it happens, it's going to be very cool. But that won't be for a while. For the time being, though, that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching.